Alright, guys, this episode is an experiment. I am just experimenting, so bear with me. I was talking to some friends about my podcast, and, they're encouraging me, and I'm getting really good feedback, and I really appreciate that. And one of my friends was actually with me when I was recording one of the episodes, and she was saying, yeah, but Natalie, it's good, but, you're not getting, your personality out. And I really like your personality, because you're funny. And I'm like, yeah, I am funny, but I'm not funny because I choose to be funny. I can't be, comedian funny and write jokes or anything like that. It's just that if you happen to talk to me in the moment, I think I just respond to what you're saying, and then funniness just comes. I don't know if that makes sense. And also, if I talk to myself, sometimes the funniness comes. Listen, let me tell you, I crack myself up, eh? But again, not deliberately. We just be going off the flow. So I'm trying to think, how do I show that side, because I still like my my content, and my podcast is scripted, and even though I deviate from the script a bit, I take great, pains to write out a nice 6-page script, single spaced, it has its sections and headings, and that's the teacher coming out within me that looking for some kind of structure or framework. But I also believe in sometimes leaning into just, whatever, just leaning into spaces of non-structure. I'm not quite sure how you would see spaces of... Okay, whatever what's the opposite of structure? I don't know. Structure. Spaciousness, without form. Structuralist spaces. Okay, you know what? I'm a teacher, I should have a word, but structuralist is a word. We're gonna go with that. I just want to move into that space. So this is an experiment. I'm just talking off the cuff because I was talking to my friend. Should I be naming my friends? I always wonder that. Should I be I was talking to my friend so-and-so, or should I just be I was talking to my friend? I don't know. I don't know if they want to be named. I mean, they probably don't mind. These are the weird things I think about. So for now, I'm not going to name this friend because I haven't named any other friends in the episode so far, but this friend knows who I'm talking about. So shout out to you. Actually, I talked to 3 different friends about this topic today. But anyways, just talking about showing my personality more. And now the thing is, this is a rambling episode, but the rambling always comes to a point at some point. So you have to just know that about me. I could really go on one and just talk, but it always makes sense at the end, and even along the way. Sometimes my brain goes in different directions, so it can be a little roller coastery. So you have to decide if you're committed to that or not. Perfect example. I'm not even sure what my point is now. But I was talking to my friend about how can I share that side, and I don't really want to change because I'm a professional speaker too, right? So I go to speaking engagement, and one of the benefits of the podcast is that can serve as a portfolio for me. So if your girl is just out here rambling, that's not necessarily going to get me the bookings that I'm looking for, because I'm speaking at conferences, I'm speaking at events, I'm speaking at professional things, right? And you're paying professional money, so I feel like I must match a standard. But as I said, I like to talk, and good things come out of my rambles too. So I was, after talking to 3 different friends today, and they're all just encouraging me to keep it going. They're like, oh, you'll find your way. The last friend, side note. Well, not really side note, because it's related, but whatever. Clarity comes in the doing. So just do the thing. Whatever you need to do that you're not sure what you should do, and you're like, just do it. Even if it's not perfect, because the clarity comes not just in the doing, the clarity comes in the reflection of what you did. So now that I've put out a couple podcasts, I can reflect and think about, am I happy with how they sound? Am I happy with how the messaging is coming through? And more importantly, I can receive the feedback of the people who are listening to it. And I'm a girl who loves feedback. Some people take feedback very personally, and they're just not in a place where they can receive it. They think you're criticizing them. But I welcome critique. I am a pretty critical person myself, if you know me. But it's always with the hope of giving information of how you can improve. Because I am obsessed with improvement. I'm obsessed with growth. And just being better. Because why not? Anyway, so back to my main point. I was talking to this friend, and I was telling her that, I actually have this vision to do 2 different kind of podcast episodes. I want to keep my Thursday podcast as very scripted and educational, but still good. And hopefully it doesn't sound like robotic scripted, but hopefully it just sounds like, oh, she put some effort into the scripted. But that I do want to just do things off the cuff, because sometimes things just drop to you. Things just drop to you when you're driving. I might or might not be driving at this current point. And so I was telling her in the summer, I'm going to do these random, podcasts that are just bonus episodes, and I'm going to release them. They're just going to be, whatever drops into my spirit at that time. And then I was like, you know what, Natalie, why don't you just try it out? Like, even in the message I sent to the friend literally like 1 minute before this started, I said to her, like, yeah, I'm going to try it out. I'll probably try it in the summer. And then I'm like, you know what, like, why not just try it now? Because even in and of itself, like, this is a whole lesson about just move, just make the move, just try it, see how it works. And sometimes you can be preaching that same message to somebody else, and you just need to hear it for yourself. So sometimes you're just doing something and you don't even do it for yourself, not because you don't know to, but I don't know. Like some people are just more of servant. Like, it just comes out more. It's easier to do it for somebody else than it is to do it for yourself. So, anyways, that's the ramble. I'm not sure if this is going to get posted anywhere or not. I don't even know how long this should be. Should I keep talking? Do I have more to say? I'm not sure. I feel like that's a concise message that someone should be able to get something from. So, I'm going to press stop, and I'm going to listen to it, and we're just going to see. Maybe this is going to show up on a podcast next week. Maybe it's not. Stay tuned.